Hi.
I'm coming.
Okay,
How are
all
you?
right. That's fine.
Yeah.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, how's everything going?
Yeah, it's going fine.
It's going good. Yes, I understand. I know, especially like during this day and time, we all still trying to stay safe, with the COVID and everything that's going on. So I'm glad that, everything is going good for you. Okay.
Yup, 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 yup.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get into it. I actually wanted to just ask you just a few questions. Just basically just
Okay.
tell people, who you are, exactly what it is that you do, and we'll go from there. Okay?
Okay. Okay. All right. Basically, I'm Frederick Okosun by name. I'm Fred9ice on stage. I'm an actor, a comedian, like a stand-up comedian, and I'm event host, and I'm also a presenter. And like this part of the world, you need to get involved in so many things for you to be able to meet up. So I'm also an entrepreneur. So I'm a content provider as well. I provide content for publicity, content for whatever content you wanna get. I provide content. Yup.
Okay. All right. Cool. And what made you decide to actually, go into like being the presenter, the comedian, the actor? Like,
Entertainment.
what inspired you to actually do that?
Yeah, what actually inspired me into going into, let me just call it entertainment, because I like an happy situation, like a happy society, where you find out that everybody are living peacefully and happy. I always like such environments. So getting to discover like all over the world is not been peaceful, or sometimes so many people are depressed thinking about. So I was actually thinking, since while growing up I have this thing in me, like maybe when I communicate with my peers, we talk, they're like, oh, you're funny, oh, you're good. I never took it like professionally. So growing up and meeting yourself in a very strange situation or a very strange society different from what you thought of having, you're like, oh, how can I be able to better this society? So I decided, oh, since I can actually make people laugh by growing up, why don't I go into it why don't I go into it right now and see if I can actually touch the world?
Okay, great,
And
great. And
that's
I'm
and
actually
that's
glad that
and
you
that's
actually
where we are
decided to
today.
do that. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said, and that's where we are today.
Okay. All right, cool. So I noticed that on your page you actually do like a series. So it's kind of like you do like a different comedy, different sketches. So let's talk a little bit about that as well.
Okay. All right. Like on my page, I have some series that I do. Yeah. Sometimes we do comedy series where like comedy skits where you have to watch and laugh. Sometimes to get ease of the tension, or sometimes we do creative thinking. Some creative thinking jobs that are educative to the brain, like jobs that when you watch, you're gonna take something reasonable home. Like I think I got on my page, I got some skit on depression and all that, and I got one on rape and all that. So you find out that in watching such thing, you're sending a direct message to the world based on the fact that they can actually relate to it when you pass the message through media to them, which is through the acts working it. You get me?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So we have that, and sometimes we just do something that is just going to trigger that your libido to make you laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Because that time you laugh, it takes away a lot of burdens away from you. It's gonna look like you forgot that you're actually you were in a depressed state. So it's gonna take you out of there for that particular time. So and I have another one I do on my page. It's called Street Gossip.
Mm-hmm.
Street Gossip is like, okay, like basically, Street Gossip is a news series, like a news, and it's a series, and the reason why it's called street gossip, like street, STRRET, gossip,
Mm-hmm.
is based on the fact that I've come to discover that all over the world, we have these streets. We have streets all over the world. We have streets. And you find out that in these places, there are some certain things that happens on a daily basis over there. So we're now looking for a way to relate what happened in the street to the society via media. So
Okay.
that's how we got the name Street Gossip. So right now, based on the fact that it's not been long, I think that program has not been up to a year. We take up that project. So we're looking at a wider streets where today we can report something that happened in your neighborhood over there in America. You get me?
Yes, yes, I hear you. I hear you.
So that's basically what we're working on right now.
Okay, and that's good. That's good that you actually take, like you said, daily things that are going on right now and that's in the world and the communities, but you take it and it's kind of like, okay, here's the truth in your face, but let's just put like a twist
Yeah,
to it.
even though like
Yes.
we let you know, like even though COVID is real,
Hmm.
COVID is killing a lot of people.
Hmm.
That doesn't mean you still have to be sad. You still have to
Hmm.
cheer up, because you should be happy to be counted among the living.
Yes, yes, definitely, definitely. And that's like a daily thing to be thankful for. Even though
Yep.
we have lost like a lot of people across the world, that's still something to be thankful for each day. So okay, great.
Yep.
So have you done anything like as far as any other like stand-up comedies? I know that you said you're a
Yep.
presenter, you've done everything. So let's talk about that, like other things that you actually done.
Like what like a comedy show that I've ever done.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think I've done a comedy show. That was around 2018, 2 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
in Edo State, Benin City. That's one of the states in Nigeria,
Okay.
located in Africa,
Mm-hmm.
the western part of Africa.
Nice.
Good.
Okay.
So Edo State is a state in Nigeria, the southern part of Nigeria. So I had a comedy show there, which happened 2018, and that was one of the biggest show in the town, because it was actually tagged Laughter Arena with Fred9ice.
Mm-hmm.
Because my name on stage, as I said earlier, is Fred9ice. So it was tagged Laughter Arena with Fred9ice. It was a huge one, which was a massive success in town. And after then, there was a very great testimony we recorded on that show, which I'm going to be sharing here today.
Okay.
Um, okay, we've been having there's this couple that has been married
Mm-hmm.
with no issue, no issue. Each time she got pregnant, she got miscarriage. Each time she got pregnant, she miscarriage. So all of a sudden, she became pregnant, and on that show that happened March 12th, she was on that show that very night. She laughed very well while I was performing, and other comedians that came. I have a lot of comedians that came along, like Edo Pekin, the Ogak Patakpata of Demo was there, and a lot of comedians in that state was there. So based on the laugh that she laughed up through the night, the next morning she delivered to a bouncing baby girl, living healed and healthy to today.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
wow, that's amazing. Like, it's just
yeah.
happened like, okay, she was at the show like one
You know,
night
I
and the next
just,
night it's like,
I don't take it, I don't take it like, oh, maybe it's amazing. Yeah, yeah, kind of amazing, but I feel maybe it's a way that God is being using to manifest Himself. Because I've always wanted a scenario where everyone is going to be living happily. Whatever is that's your request or that's your wish, that thing you actually wish to, you're going to achieve it at ease. No one is going to be a problem to another. Because when you check it all over the world right now, you find out that it always seems that we're not becoming a problem to ourselves. No. Like a saying that says, the fight is not against brother, but the fight is against poverty. Yeah, I like that.
yeah, okay, gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah.
I understand. So, besides all of that, and I know that you mentioned that you're in Nigeria, Lagos, Nigeria. How's everything been going over there? I know
Yeah,
lately
yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of things have been going on, but is things better? Is things the same?
Yeah, living in this part of the world, Nigeria is a very terrible thing. This is something like I call it a privilege. Yeah, it's actually a privilege to live in Nigeria, because it's a very terrible, terrible state, terrible place to be. You understand? But being here is gonna like it's a place where you can actually discover yourself, and you find out that you're this great, like a very great. I don't know how to express it to you, but you find out that you've got all you need. The only problem we have over here in Nigeria right now is bad government. If the government had been able to live up to expectations, like you saw what just happened, like during the NSAS protest and all that,
Yes.
where a government of a country, a democratic government on that, is going to lead a massacre of an unharmed, peaceful protesters. So you find out that the problem is not really the citizen, the problem is the government. If the government can live up to expectation, I tell you, Nigeria is a great place to be. It's a great place to live. We've got a lot of tourist attraction in our country. Like when you come around, you're gonna wow.
Mhm. Nice.
But but
Yes.
based on corruption and bad governments, it's not been there. But we'll still be able to give ourselves this joy that we deserve. That's why you
Nice.
find, like, a light of the whiskey, Davidos, and all that. Those are boys who grew together in the streets. But I think, if we're able to see if the world can actually do one or two to see if they can help us eradicate bad government and corruption in Nigeria, I think we're gonna be far, far, far ahead of where we are right now. And even still as it is right now, don't get it twisted. Nigeria is still the giant of Africa. You understand? We have our normal language we speak, like our normal Pidgin English language. I know if I communicate with you on that, I don't think you're gonna get me right now. And right now it's a world language. Nigeria Pidgin English is a world language, and I feel so. That's what street gossip normally goes on. Street gossip. That's the language you normally use on street gossip.
Okay. Great, great. Because I've actually looked at, like a few of the episodes, and I'm like, like when you're actually like talking, I was like, it's really really fast. I have to like really really, really listen to figure like, okay. And
Yeah,
sometimes
you're
they
gonna.
have to like do it, but it's part like of like your culture, and that's really cool. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
to like really understand. It's like, okay, it's different. Like I'm understanding it. It just takes a little minute because you
Yeah,
speak
yeah. It
like
takes
really
a
really
little minute.
fast.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, like it's a really good show, and I've taken a look at it for like the street gossip and everything. So, and that's awesome, and I'm hoping that, like you mentioned before, like things as far as like
Okay.
with the government itself, like will get better over there for you all. And like you mentioned, like even through it all, that everything is going on, y'all still have that faith, that hope, and being find ways to still just
Yup, yup,
keep
yup.
going on and being happy. So and that's a good
Yeah,
thing as
sure.
well.
Yeah,
Is
sure.
there anything else that you would like to just tell everybody?
What I like to tell everybody. Okay, like basically what I like to tell everybody is that we should try and live as one all over. You see, like we talk about races, that shouldn't be a problem. All over the world, if the government could sit up and walk up as they ought to, I don't think we're going to have time to think about races or not, because I feel both people are like, we have great men as a white man, we have great men as a black man. That's how it's meant to be. So if we can live up as one, I think the world is going to be a better place for the all of us to live.
Well said. Well said. And I know that you mentioned that you're working on a few other things. Is there anything else that you have that's coming up, like in 2021?
Yup, yup, yup. We have a very great project coming up in 2021 right now. Okay, let me say this right here. It's a project like, remember I said I had about 3 content on my page. I was talking about one that has to do with a message that you take home,
Mhm.
one that's funny, like it's gonna take you off, like gonna relieve you of your stress. And we'll have the street gossip. Now you see that part that's giving you a take home assignment. That's a project. So we're just trying to sample that project over there. So that project is gonna be coming out 2021. It's gonna be called Insight, Insight. Like you hear the name Insight, like inside,
Mhm.
inside. Because we're gonna be bringing various issues happening all over, like be it religious, be it political, be it social, whatever issue we're gonna bring all together. We're gonna see how we're gonna be using them to make sense to you via episode by episode.
Awesome, awesome. I look forward to
Yeah.
watching that as well. Like you mentioned
Yeah.
before, it's called Insight. So when
Insights,
they
yeah.
talk about insight, you can go very, very deep, and that's a good thing because
Yeah.
a lot of times nowadays you do need the truth in your face to kind of
Yeah.
like, okay, it's an eye
Yeah.
opener. But you have your own spin on it. So I
Yeah.
like stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to seeing that as well.
All right. No problem. No problem.
Okay.
You're
Is
cool.
there anything else that you would like to add?
Um. All right. You've got my social media page on Facebook. Fred9ice. You can just check it on Facebook. It's Fred9ice. Like as it's written here, FRED. Then the number 9ICE. On Facebook, you get my Facebook page there. On Gmail, it's Fred9ice. Fred9ice, same spelled at gmail.com. On Instagram at I am Fred9ice. And on YouTube, Fred9ice, or you check Street Gossip or Fred9ice. So that's it.
Okay, great. And pretty sure that a lot of people will be able to check more of your content out, and we look forward to seeing more from you. And I thank you
No
for your
problem.
time today and doing this interview. I know it seems kind of short, but I just wanted to,
All
just to
right.
get people to know more about you, because I mean you're incredibly
All right.
talented. So
Yeah,
I've
I
seen
see
like
you. I
everything
see
that
you. I
you
see
actually
you.
done. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's from Nigeria, got all this talent, like so that's really cool. So
Oh,
I
that's
thank you for
cool.
your time
All
and for
right. All
doing this
right. All right.
interview. And I hope that you take care. We'll definitely do another interview in the next coming
No
year,
problem. No
2021.
problem. No problem. Hope to see
Okay.
you again. Okay.
Okay. All right. You take
All
care.
right.
God bless.
All right. Ciao.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye.